Hey y'all, it's Jessica from Sloppy Swatches. Today I have a look at the Cuccio Colors Bella Natura collection. This collection is available right now from HB Beauty Bar. I'll go ahead and link that storefront down below. These were sent to me for review and they are inspired by all kind of elements in nature, inspired by earth, wind, and fire. So this is a perfect collection to help you glide right into the fall season. I'm going to go ahead and get right into the swatches today. So first up is Rooted, and this is described as an earthy cream polish. So this one has a little bit of adobe in there just to give it a nice kind of red earthy tone. So here's a look at that first easy coat. I will say that all of the Cuccio color creams are really phenomenal and easy to work with. Nice and creamy. It's not going to stain or pool at all. It was super close to being completely opaque in just one easy coat for me. However, I did have a little bit of transparency, especially towards my sidewall. So I am going to go ahead and complete this look with a second coat. So here is a look at that completed mani. I just 2 coats before a glossy top coat underneath my artificial lighting. And then here is a quick look at my final swatch photo at an angle under that same artificial ring lighting. So next up is Cuccio color Gaia, and this one is a little bit deeper, a little bit more berry tone. So she is described as being simply a berry cream. So here is a look at that first easy coat. This one glides on so smoothly on the nail, really easy to work with. I have absolutely no issues. These do dry down fairly glossy. However, to extend that wear time, I do recommend going in with 1 coat of the Cuccio color glossy top coat. I'm going to go ahead and finish this look off today with a quick second coat. This one was again really on the edge of being completely opaque in just one. Depending on how harsh your visible nail lines are and your application method, you may be able to get away with just 1 coat. So here is a look at that completed mani at 2 before a glossy top coat underneath my artificial ring lighting. So next up we have Cuccio color Rock Solid, and this is going to be my go-to type of shade for the fall season. So this one is described as a rich brick red cream. It does not get any more gorgeous or like basic girl fall. However, I don't care. I love it. I'm going to throw a matte top coat on this and absolutely rock it. So here is a look at that first easy coat. It does go on pretty much opaque. However, that second coat is really going to deepen up the finish. It is showing up a little bit brighter here on camera than it is in person due to my extremely bright lighting. So here is a look at that completed mani at 2 coats before a glossy top coat underneath that artificial ring lighting, and then once more from a different angle underneath that same lighting. So next up is a surprise favorite for me, and this is Cuccio color Be Current. I love the cheeky name, but I love the shade even more. So this one is described as a decadent and earthy eggplant cream. This one is not like in-your-face purple. It's very subdued, but still like earthy and like gives a big punch of color on the nail. So here's a look at that first easy coat. Again, just right on the edge of being completely opaque. However, I didn't get close enough to my sidewalls, and also I did have just barely a hint of visible nail line peeking through. So I am going to go ahead and opt to go in for that quick second coat. It does deepen up the finish as well. So here is a look at that completed mani at just 2 coats before a glossy top coat underneath my artificial ring lighting, and then really quickly from a different angle under that same lighting. Super love it. So next up is Cuccio color Natural State, and this one is a bit of a more unique fall color. So this one is described as a Tuscan brown cream. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to apply it for me today on my natural nail. So here is a look at that first easy coat. This one I will say is I feel like the sheerest of the collection for me. It did go on just as smooth and easy as the others. However, that color is just not there yet. So I'm going to go ahead and let that dry down and then show you how it built up for me with a quick second coat. 2 coats does deepen up the finish a little bit. However, I do tend to have pretty harsh nail lines, and I did have a little bit of visible nail line peeking through, so I did opt to go in for a quick third coat for this one. This is the only polish of the collection, I think, of the creams that I did need to go in for a third coat. However, that finish, really cool, really unique, and definitely on point for fall. So here's a look at that completed mani at 3 coats before a glossy top coat underneath my artificial lighting. Next up, we have a Branch Out, and this one is described as a rich and earthy green cream. This one is super stunning. It does have very gorgeous olive notes in there that make it very fall appropriate. So here is a look at that first easy coat. Went on smooth and easy like any of the others. It does not look like it has as much of a punch in terms of color. However, with a quick second coat, this one does build up to full opacity. This one is also totally a neutral on the nail. You can pair this with practically anything you want. It's like pretty much an army green that's going to go with everything. So here is a look at that completed mani at 2 coats before a glossy top coat underneath artificial lighting. I love what it does to my skin tone there. I think this one would be pretty with a matte top coat as well. So that is my final swatch photo. And next we're going to move on to the glitter. So first up is Nurture Nature, and this one I think could also double as a topper. So it is described as being a shimmering pewter. I do feel like this has like very earthy gold tones in there as well. It is in a clear base, and that glitter is super, super fun, so you don't have to worry about texture at all. However, that coverage is definitely one that you're going to want to have to build up. So here's a look at that second coat. That base may be very slightly tinted, like a bronze shade. It does build up pretty well on the nail. But I'll go ahead and let that dry down and then show you how it built up for me with a third coat. 3 coats does push this one right to the edge of being completely opaque. However, I do have a little bit of visible nail line. If you wanted to pounce this one on with a sponge, I think you're going to get more of a pronounced glitter payoff. However, this is just gorgeous on the nail as is. So here's a look at that completed mani at 3 coats before a glossy top coat, and then once more in direct sunlight. So today we're going to round out the collection with the last glitter. This one is called Rolling Stone, and she is described as a shimmering gunmetal. So this is in a black tinted base with a very silver, super, super fine glitter. So here is a look at that first easy coat. Again, pretty sheer on the nail. However, I don't think I would like this one as a topper because it does have that black base, but it's really going to help build up that opacity. So here is a look at that second coat. You can see it's already building it up, making it pretty deep. At 2 coats, I did still have a little flash of visible nail line, so I am going to go ahead and opt to go in for a third coat for this one as well. 3 coats is really going to give you exactly what you see in the bottle on your nails. Really stunning finish, and I'm really loving this, especially as we get closer to like a spooky season. I can see this being a total winner. So here's a look at that completed mani at 3 coats before a glossy top coat underneath artificial lighting. This one just gives enough glitz on the nail to make it super interesting. This is my final swatch photo at an angle in direct sunlight, and that does wrap up my swatch and review of the Bella Natura collection. These are available right now. Again, that storefront will be linked down below. A big huge thank you to HB Beauty Bar and Cuccio Colors for sending these my way. I will have more soon. If you'd like to see more swatches, you can also follow me on Instagram at Sloppy Swatches. So thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.